This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, and welcome to another edition of Pitstop, your daily sim racing news, where not only do you hear the news, but you can get involved in the discussion and have an opinion on the important news in our hobby of sim racing. Today, we do have a few news stories, things we've been kind of keeping our eye on and talking about throughout the week. And the first one, let's go ahead and bring up a graphic right now and get things going here today. The first one is actually Forza Motorsport 7, and the demo for the Xbox One and the PC came out yesterday. I downloaded it myself, and it just in the nick of time, because it was right when I switched to my direct drive wheel and Ricmotech pedals. And I will say, my hat's off to the guys at Forza, because it did acknowledge those wheel and pedals. However, I did not get force feedback. But I will say another thing, I saw just about every brand of wheel on their list of supported wheels. So later on, I'll probably give it another shot with maybe a Thrustmaster, or Fanatic, or Logitech wheel, and triple check that the force feedback worked. But they have 3 cars and a handful of things that you can do to test out the demo. And I will just say, I encourage you to try it because you can get it free. And I did have a little trouble finding it. I even saw the article about the whole demo, but it nowhere told you where to get it. You actually have to go to the Xbox One store on the PC, or obviously on the Xbox. It's very simple, it goes straight there. Hello, Netherlands. Hello, Ohio. We're going to get to that topic of hellos in a moment, but keep them coming and let me know where you're coming from, just so I can keep track of where everybody who's watching this show resides. We have a very great international audience, one of the other things that makes this show so much fun and so very cool. Anyway, I'd encourage you. I mean, I don't have a lot to talk about. It's just the demo. This is not the full version of the game. We're still going to have to wait a while before the game comes out, but it gives you a taste of what's going on. Yeah, El Bucho, no triple screen support. I was running it on my center monitor. That was a little bit of a letdown, but it will be cool. Hello, Netherlands. Hello, Ohio. Hello, California. California, my home state. So thank you very much for joining today. And again, have any of you, I see El Bucho did drive it, ran it in single screen, obviously. Hello, Sweden. Hello, Miami. Ricmotech from Miami. Hello, I hope you guys are doing good and not too soggy down there in Miami with all the hurricanes and everything going on. So, hope everything's going well for you guys. Don't know about VR support. I don't think it's in the current version. Another California person, Texas as well. Alright, since I've let the cat out of the bag, we'll come back to our news. But I'm actually starting to keep a map of where people who have been watching are from. And you can see we have a good portion of the USA already represented. Almost all of almost all of Europe. Eastern Europe and into the Russias is where we're really not so strong just yet. But I think we do have a lot of viewers. We just haven't recorded them all just yet. So, but you can see we do have an incredible audience for this show. And this is just literally the people that have said hello, chimed in, and hello, Australia, hello, Alabama. I definitely have to add one for Alabama. We're going to have all 50 states for sure. Germany again. Thank you all for joining in. And again, I'm loving doing this news show. You know, I say it before, I can take these news stories and just cut and paste. But to me, it's really about discussing them. Sometimes we have an opinion on what's going on, and sometimes it's more than just the story that they wrote. Hello, Poland. Definitely have to add. I don't think I have Poland checked yet. I'll make sure. And I'm running... Actually, I think I'm running GT3 this season, but I'll probably come down and run in the MX5 as well because it's so much fun. And another person from SoCal. Hello, Adaptable. Thank you very much. Hello, Chicago. Hello, Denver, Wales, Indiana, Belgium, UK. Thank you guys so much. Northern Ireland, UK. I have a tag for that one, I believe, but I'm going to be adding lots to the thumb board, and we'll keep checking that as well. I did not see the Ian Bell live stream. I'll have to check that out, and maybe if you put a link, everybody can check it out. Hello, Bananas, and hello, Hungry Zolt from Hungary. So anyway, back to our topic. Let's get that map down. We will keep adding to that list, though. It's very cool to see. I see Spain, Indonesia. There, we have to add one for Indonesia. I'm going to have to go through today's chat just to make sure I get everything added to the board. So again, I don't have a lot to say about it. It is just a demo. I haven't been able to use force feedback yet, but I will get to it. But it was pretty fun. I will admit that. Next story actually comes out of Gran Turismo, and this is kind of cool. The McLaren Ultimate Vision. So I guess this comes from the art shop or design shop of McLaren for a potential futuristic or prototype car that they may or may not even be building, but this is something that we will get to drive in Gran Turismo. And I don't know if I'm always a huge fan of... Thank you very much, Civic. Everybody can check that out. I would highly recommend checking that out. And I want to get back to Project Cars in just a moment, so we'll come back to that topic. But I think this is a beautiful car. As far as futuristic designs that still maintain enough elegance to have appeal to me, they did a really nice job. You got, this is McLaren at work, though, so you are talking some of the best of the best. But it's a little news. So again, Gran Turismo doesn't want to be caught out in the news. That's the biggest news out of them. There are a few more pictures here. But I think that's a fine-looking car as far as a futuristic design goes. Hello, Saudi Arabia. I'm going to have to add that as well, for sure. So, but anyway, that's little news out of Gran Turismo. Moving on to Assetto Corsa. I'm just bringing this up. I don't know if you saw the show yesterday where we went through all 7 cars. But this is a really fun car pack. And now, I guess, really, I want to get some of your guys' thoughts. Find out maybe some of you have had a chance to drive it, see what you think, listen to it. Some of the sounds are just some of the most incredible sounds in sim racing, and this is, quite a car pack. You think of how big Ferrari is, how big the fan base for Ferrari is, in the sim racing, the real racing, and just general automotive communities. So this group of cars, being such an iconic group of cars, is a big deal, very big deal. So again, any thoughts from any of you guys who might have given it a shot? I had a lot of fun. I think I liked the 312 the best, the little torpedo car. I did see and hear some people complaining, saying that it was more generic than that. I didn't go pulling up some historic photos to see exactly how one-to-one. I didn't get that hung up on it, and I'm sure some true aficionados have done so. But for me, this car was actually the most fun to drive. And thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Hello, Minnesota. The only news on the Huskenfeld H pattern is that it exists, El Bucho, and I am doing my best to get one in the shop for review. I'm really, right now I have that TH8 shifter. It gets the job done. I don't have any massive complaints compared to its price, but I would like a much more high performance shifter. I'm running in the H pattern shifter in the SRS series. Hey, Simpit, thanks for joining the show, and so, yeah, I do want to find out more about that. Next up, Project Cars 2. Obviously, this sim's coming out. They have a launch video, a launch trailer video to kind of whet your appetite. I believe we're down to, what, 2 days? 2 days until Project Cars comes to. I am way behind the gun on it. I've driven it a ton, but I have not put out any material on Project Cars just yet. And that's my fault, not their fault, so don't blame them or take that as any kind of criticism of the game. But one thing I think about when I think about their launch trailer, and we did talk about, do you believe the hype? And we talk about the Ian Bell interview and everything going on. I am excited for Project Cars 2, and I don't want to understate that with where I maybe would rank it in the simcade versus full sim versus arcade level. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a full game from start to finish. So much to do in single player mode, and in a game that's going to sell massive titles. So for me, when I think of Project Cars 2, love it, hate it, doesn't matter. It is a very important sim, and so we all need to be rooting for it, even if we don't buy it and play it, because this could be where our future sim racers are coming from. So that's just kind of my take on Project Cars. I know I did that whole thing on do you believe the hype, and the hype is marketing. The hype is sales. If you have a company and you want to make money, you need to market, you need to hype. So that is important as far as business model goes. The reason I did that topic is it kind of ruffles my feathers a little bit. But anyway, this is going to be a big deal. This title coming out, I will be part of launch day. I'm so far behind, I don't see if I'm going to be able to get a review out prior to launch. But I will probably do some launch day festivities on the show live and take a good look at everything inside once they've really uncorked it and got the final version. I'll also say the version that I have been playing with is a pre-release, so it's not even the full version. There's still some things that aren't the way it'll be on release day. So rather than pass judgment or show it that way. I've just been kind of holding off, to be honest with you. So that really is the news for today. Not a whole lot going on. That is it. The other thing I did want to mention again was our map. So again, look at our viewing audience, and it's growing. I'm going to be adding about 5 or 6 locations today. Great to see that many people involved in the show. The other thing I do want to mention real quick is tonight we will be with Sim Racing System on our Wednesday night setup shop for beginners. I just say beginners because we're not going to go too advanced on setup. I think tonight we're going to work on a qualifying setup. That's where we've been kind of hurting this season. So we'll kind of see what we can do to get a little more out of the qualifying setup for a short run versus the race setup for the long run. And then it'll also be our attack the track for Imola. I hear so many different variations. I believe it is actually Imola, but I'm not going to... you guys can correct me and we can debate whether I'm right or wrong on that. Imola, I'm not sure. But either way, one of my favorite tracks. So tonight at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we will be doing Setup Shop and Attack the Track Imola in the Porsche Carrera Cup car, the 3-liter 70s incredible Porsche car. Hopefully you'll join us for that. 6 p.m., correct. And that's all a prelude to tomorrow's race. So we'll race tomorrow night and Friday night. I will stream both of those races as well. Imola, thank you, Steam King. That's what I believe as well. Do I know if the TSPC F1 style rim will work with the new Xbox base? Yes, it should. I have one. I can plug it in. All of their wheels work on all of their bases at this point. Once you get to the quick release. Oops, I'm touching it like it's here. It's actually sitting right over there. It does require DLC, so you'll need Assetto Corsa, you'll need the Porsche Pack 1 in order to get that car. So, sorry about that. Hey, William, Sim Racing Paddock, great for you to join the show as well. Put a thumbtack for California, Northern California for you. But yeah, so you will need, and next season I'm leaning heavily towards running, I think it's going to be the Ferrari 312. We will start that up, and after this week, 2 more races, and then we'll start a new season. I will be taking suggestions, so if you do have an opinion and want to run something different, please email me, Sean@thesimpit.com, and I will definitely take your vote into consideration when picking cars and tracks for next season on Sim Racing System. And if you have any suggestions for the live show, if you have any suggestions for the Sim Tunnel, our discussion show on Saturdays, any suggestions for direction, quality of show, what you want to see, any of the above, please email me at that same email address, Sean, S-H-A-U-N, @thesimpit.com, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. So that is it for today's news. Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed the news. And come tomorrow as well and bring your thoughts on things that we've been testing. The Assetto Corsa car pack, the Forza demo. Go ahead and give me your thoughts and opinions on tomorrow's show if you can, and maybe we'll bring that as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's show. This is The Sim Pit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.